Hey Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Look, I wanted to do, believe me, I wanted to do a vlog style video today of our first randomization ever. Actually, outside of oncology and cardiology, this is the first ever randomization in Yuma, Arizona. And if you take out the gigantic hospital, which is basically like an academic medical center, even though it's technically not, it's the first randomization ever in Yuma, Arizona. So the patient's actually really cool. We probably get to interview her later, like maybe for her next visit. But for this particular visit, I just wanted, it inspired like a quick little snippet. So if you're a site, if you're a coordinator, and you have a randomization coming up, make sure, and I had Desiree, my study coordinator, do this with Jaime Valles. Make sure you practice, do a dry run, because if it's your first randomization, unanticipated things will occur. And even those dry runs, you can't actually simulate the real thing, because in our case today, everything went smooth. The PI did his assessments smooth, wrote his progress note. There was no blood draws for this visit. It's a relatively easy randomization visit. We even were able to get the patient's electronic patient reported outcomes done in a almost painless way. The hardest part was actually randomizing this person and figuring out what IP number to give, and that's because every study is different. This particular study, the IRT system, is integrated with the EDC system. So you actually have to enter some data in the EDC system in order to allow you to actually give a randomization number. And then you need that in order to get a kit number for the investigational product. So no amount of practice, no amount of mock visits would have helped us figure that out. We just had to do it ourselves. And yes, the CRA did tell us this at site initiation visit, but they also told us this in the middle of 1,000 other things they told us. So other than that, which probably took 20 minutes more than it should have with the patient just sitting there, at least we were able to get her on her EPRO. She was not able to do any of the surveys yet until we randomized her, but we were able to give her access. And then she was able, so she wasn't completely wasting time, but she kind of was just sitting there hey, what's going on? We told her, hey, sorry, you're the first one. Really cool patient. So another thing to pay attention to, luckily, our sub-I and PI is super good, Jaime Valles and Dr. Harris, both of whom I've interviewed before. Make sure that all the medications have been washed off of properly as per protocol. Last thing you want is a safety issue as far as failing to wash out properly. I mean, that's a serious, if that were to happen, a serious protocol deviation that definitely impacts patient safety. So make sure you have the washout list taken care of, triple check it. Another thing, it might sound simple, but it's oftentimes not until you're doing it. Learn how to give proper dosing instructions to your patient. So I know a lot of us wait till the last minute to do this, but actually figure out, when and specifically what times, because some of these protocols are strict and they want certain times for the patients to dose. So for my study, without giving away too many details, when you randomize them, they get 2 bottles. They have to take 1 pill from each bottle 3 times a day. So that's 6 pills a day, and they want it at certain times. They don't just want it whenever they feel like it. They want it at 7 a.m., 3 p.m., and 11 p.m. So just make sure you learn that beforehand and don't learn it during the visit. I know we get busy. We have a lot of different studies. Sometimes we'll confuse studies. And we use CREO, and that's not really helpful either for this case because it doesn't really tell you the information you need. The information, I ended up finding it wasn't even in the SIV training slides, which are so detailed. They're supposed to be so detailed. They're 120 pages, and somehow they left out this important detail. Where I found this information was tiny 2 sentences in the protocol. and I had to go look for it. So just make sure those things, right? Those are the key things. Obviously, make sure you have access to all these portals, which we did beforehand. So that's it. First randomization in the bag. Many more to come. We're going to interview the patients soon as well, especially this one. I think this one will be a great guest. And talk to you soon. Guru Nation, like, subscribe, comment, share. Bye-bye.